So you want dreadlocks, but your roots are not locking up. You've tried twisting with gel, you might have tried backcombing, you've done palm rolling, and the list goes on and on. But there is one method that instantly locks up the roots of your dreadlocks. If the roots of your dreadlocks look like this, then welcome to the club. Everybody's dreadlocks look like this at one point. Even if the lengths of your dreadlocks are fully mature and locked up and you've had them in for many years, you will always deal with new growth. So if you want all that new growth to be maintained, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it today. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Gunther the Great from greatlocks.com, where you can find all your dreadlock needs, and I'm going to show you how to instantly lock up your dreadlock roots by using an interlocking tool from greatlocks.com. So let's go ahead and start by unpacking our interlocking tool. This is the Greatlocks interlock tool. It has a very small and sleek design so that you can interlock extremely close to the scalp. The interlock tool has a loop on it to where you thread your dreadlock through that loop and lock it into the locking position on the interlock tool, and you just take the tip of the interlock tool and thread it through your roots, and I'm going to show you guys that here shortly. The process is extremely simple. This tool is better than using a latch hook because a latch hook can get caught up on the hair, and you want to be extremely careful with any tugging or pulling at the roots. So let's get into how this tool works. I'm going to show you guys close up on how to do this step by step. Let's go ahead and get started by pulling up half of the hair so we know what hair we're working with. All right, so we got the top pulled up and we're going to work on one of these dreadlocks in the front. It's already about time for me to do another lineup because hair's going back in, but all of my locks need root maintenance. So I'm just going to take this one. You can obviously see that I have some good separation, like the lock is where it needs to be, so we're good to go. That's one of the main things you want to make sure of, is that your section is all where it needs to be. If hair from this lock comes into this one, then it's just going to be tugging the entire time when this fully matures up. Just to show you guys what the roots are looking like, I have about 3 inches of new growth. Look at all this hair that isn't locked up yet, and it's hidden because it's just twisted. This is what it looks like before you do the maintenance. When doing interlock, you're gonna make sure that all this hair is combed out so that you can get perfect interlocks. You see how it still shrinks back a little bit? We're gonna take care of that. So you're gonna take your interlock tool, you're gonna take the tip of your lock, you're going to thread it through the wider end of the interlock tool to where it's sitting through like that. And then you're gonna push it into this locking position right here. And then now it's locked in. With it being locked in position, now you can thread it through your roots and not have it pull out. When doing the interlocking process, you always wanna go in a north, east, south, west motion, and then continue that process until you get all the way down to about 1/2 inch up from the root. So we're going to take it from 3 inches of new growth to just about 1/2 inch. And you always want to end the interlock in the direction that you want the hair to lay. So if you want this hair to lay forward, I'm going to end it going south, and that's where I'm going to finish off the interlock. So if you know that you can only do 2 interlocks right here, you want to start east and then go south. Every time you interlock, it has to go perpendicular with the last time you did it. Since I have a lot of room to play with, it really doesn't matter which direction I go in, so I'll just go in the order that I told you. We're going to go north first, so now we're going to go directly to the middle of this lock, and I can do this because I have more room. You'll see how different it becomes as we lock it up more. So I'm going through, pushed it through the roots, I'm pulling through. So there's one. Don't really see that much of a difference, but it compounds as you go. But now I'm going east, which is perpendicular to the lock I just did. And you always want to make sure that you go all the way down to the scalp. Now I'm going to go south. This locks in the last one. And then now I'm going to go west. This locks in the south. And it's good to make sure that the rest of the locks are out of the way so that you can go through these easily. See how it's pulling through? But now it is officially locked up right here. So keep in mind, this is where the lock starts, and all this needs to be maintained. So just continue to go. We're gonna go restarting and going north. Go east. And just keep in mind, every time you go perpendicular in that direction, it's locking the last lock you just did. I'm gonna go south. And if you feel any tugging, make sure to stop and redo it. And it's important that you go through the center of the lock. So it's always good to have a mirror. If you need help with the back, have a friend, or just use multiple mirrors. Going through again. That's what it's gonna look like mid the process, because it's looping it through and locking itself in the roots. As you go through, you can tighten it by pulling the roots down. But I'm just gonna continue this process until it's all locked up at the roots. I'm gonna go north again. I'm gonna go west. Once you've done it enough times, you can kind of go in either direction. You can go northwest, southeast, or northeast, southwest, as long as you're going perpendicular. The biggest thing is you don't want to go north, south, and then east, west or something like that, because you're gonna be undoing the work that you just did. And if you notice that the lock is becoming extremely separated, just make sure to go through both of these sections. So you see how there's like kind of like a separation right here? So you just want to make sure to go between those two, and this is going to tie it together. If it's split down the middle going north and south just like this, I'm going to go in this way and it'll pull them together. And that's what the interlocking process does. It just pulls the last separation together. You just continue to do that, and then it'll just lock on top of each other. But just keep going through this process, guys, and it will lock it up. And you can work at your own pace. You can go fast, you can go slow, as long as you're just paying attention to what you're doing. And the reason I'm going through so many passes is just because my locks aren't that mature. If you have more mature locks, it'll obviously be a quicker process. Sometimes it'll only take a couple passes. And I've actually done it to where I've interlocked an entire lock, and that obviously takes a little bit more time because you start from the tip and you lock it all the way down to the root, and that is completely possible. But let me see the progress, and we're just about there. Actually, we are there. Look at that. So we have just this much of new growth. So we took it from this much new growth to this much right here. See how it's locked in, and just get a look at how this lock looks. If you see any looping, you can always go back in with crochet hooking. And please keep in mind that I wasn't doing this with a mirror, so it made it a little bit more tough. That's locked up, guys. And over time, all those loops, if there are any loops, are going to lock up and merge, become a tighter lock. But that is simply how you do interlocking. Let me show you what this looks like compared to a lock right next to it. And you could just see already, without me even separating it, you could see that this lock is a little bit more puffy than this one right next to it. You could see all this new growth right here compared to, oh yeah, look at that difference, guys. Way more maintained, way more mature. This instantly matures your locks, and it overall just looks really good. So that is before and after. Looks really good. What do you guys think? You guys can see how easy it was to actually do this process, and it only took a little bit of time. And one thing I always like to do just to make sure everything looks more maintained is you can come back and actually twist this with gel, or just even just do a little dry retwist, or retwist with a little bit of water. And it just fits right in, and it's really just good to go. It's very simple. I highly recommend this process for anybody who wants to instantly lock up their roots. All this right here would take about 6 months to even a year, just for my hair type. Of course, different hair types would be different, but it'd be about 6 months to a year for this to turn into this. And I did it in just a little bit of time. So if you want to make your locks look more maintained down by the roots, that's all you have to do, and it's extremely simple. All it takes is the interlock tool, and you can pick this up on greatlocks.com. A link to this is down below, and it's just an overall great product. It doesn't get caught in the hair. You're not going to have any damage. You don't have any product buildup because this isn't a topical product, and it overall makes dreadlocks easy for anybody. Please comment down below if you have any questions about this process. If you want to learn more about how to instantly lock your dreadlocks, I can personally teach you. Just click one of the links down below and you can join one of my classes, and I'll show you how to instantly lock any hair type, and you can actually get paid to do this as being a loctician. Right now we have over 170 students that have all been helped with these classes. And if you join the Great Locks Masterclass, you not only get the interlock tool, but you also get the crochet hook for free as well. But since you guys are still here, I'll show you guys a quick update of what my hair is looking like this far. I'm almost 2 years into it. I have about 2.5 months until I reach my 2-year mark. I'm just really excited on how my hair is turning out. I have a lot of tips and tricks on how I got my hair to grow so fast, and I'll be revealing that very soon. But here's some close-ups of what my hair is looking like. I gotta say, it's really cool seeing how far my hair has come, especially having a full head of dreads, because I've been wanting a full head of dreads for an extremely long amount of time, and it's nice to finally have it, and it just feels good. My hair looks really long, it looks really healthy. I've just been taking really good care of it, and I love showing you guys every step of the process. So thank you guys so much for all your support, and I appreciate every single one of you. But make sure to subscribe for more dreadlock videos. I'll see you guys next time.